So the third most important thing in the four must-haves in looking for an MLM software provider, obviously, is software. Okay, this is what's going to run your company. This is what is going to make your first impression when somebody comes to your website. This is something that your distributors are going to need from the back office, your customers, your shopping cart, your website management, your content delivery, your warehousing. Everything has to do with the MLM software. Now, this is where the term lipstick on a pig becomes really important, okay? Anybody can go out and get a WordPress website and make it look absolutely beautiful, so that when you go to their website and you think you're buying software, you see this beautiful painted website with these beautiful painted pictures, and yet when you actually go to access the software, it looks like something from 1980. Now, if you go out and you Google MLM software, you're going to get about 1 million results for MLM software, okay? There's companies here in the United States, there's companies in Pakistan, there's companies in India, there's companies in China, and it looks really good from the outside. Guess what? When it comes time to service and support, if you pick one of those companies and it looks really good and the pricing is really good, okay? Don't look for pricing. Pricing is the last thing you should look for. Obviously, if you've got a budget, you've got to be working with a software company that can work within your budget. But as far as the look and feel of the software, do not judge the back end of what you think you're getting on the front end of what could be lipstick on a pig. You need to get a demo of the software. In fact, they should actually give you a trial for the software for a week or two that you can go in and play around with it. Like I said, there's a bunch of us here in the United States. Take a look at the back end of the software. Is it modernized? Okay. Does it have a modern look and feel, or does it look like something that was built back in 1980 or 1990? Okay, and you know what that looks like. If you go into Amazon and you go to your credit cards or you go to your order history, you see really good software. You should actually judge your software based upon Amazon. Give you an idea, the #1 shopping system out there in the world right now is Shopify. Now, that's not the best thing for integrating with your MLM software. They just happen to be a good shopping cart. We have emulated the best of breed when it comes to Shopify. Coupon systems, checkout systems, shopping cart systems. You need to take a look at the software and are they coming up with ideas on their own? See, we've got about 18 developers and we could come up with great ideas for shopping carts. Why should we do it? We emulate the best. And the best software companies are not going to try to come out with the best new shopping cart or the best new coupon system. They're going to emulate best of breeds. They're going to look at the Shopifys of the world. They're going to look at the eBays. They're going to look at the Amazons of the world, and they're going to say, what are they doing right that we can implement into our back office? Also, software needs to be scalable and expandable. What you are today and who you are today is not who you're going to be or what you're going to be in 3 months or 6 months or 2 years or even 5 years from now. You're going to start a company and probably have, maybe a couple hundred or a couple thousand distributors in the first few months. You're going to hope, obviously, everybody wants to get to 10,000, 100,000 and 1 million distributors. Even the biggest software or biggest MLM companies don't have 1 million distributors. But is your software going to be scalable enough that when you do hit that critical mass of 10,000 orders a day or 50,000 distributors or 100,000 transactions a day or $1 million in commissions per month, is it going to be scalable enough that it's going to be able to handle it? A lot of companies that we get that come to us from other failed software companies is because they hit a max on how long it was taking to calculate commissions. I remember one company came to us years ago. They were running a weekly compensation plan, and get this, it was taking 10 days to calculate the commissions. They had about 1 million distributors in it. If you're expecting to get paid every 7 days and it's now taking the engine that, like our software that calculates the commissions 10 days, now your distributors every week are going to start getting 3, 4, 5 days behind, okay? Is it a scalable cloud-based system, or is it something that's sitting on their server in their office? Our software is a scalable cloud-based system. In fact, we only have one version of software. A lot of companies have multiple versions. They'll sell you version #1, somebody else version 2, somebody else version 3, and somebody else version 4, and then they're going to come back to you and the other people that bought version 1, 2, and 3 and say, hey, guess what? Would you like to upgrade to version #4 for this amount of money? And all of a sudden the hand comes out, like Oliver syndrome. Please, sir, may I have some more? We don't play the Oliver syndrome. Our software is a single source software solution. You want to make sure that you understand what you're getting into when you license software. Every time we update the software with a new shopping cart, a new coupon system, a new shipping provider, a new commission calculation bonus, a new payment gateway, anything that goes into the software rolls out for everybody to take advantage of. We don't charge for those additional fees. A lot of software companies out there, they're going to continue to put their hands out and ask more. Is it going to be an international system? Meaning, does it support multiple currencies and multiple languages? Most of you on this conference right now, you're probably going to launch your company in the United States, and you're not even thinking about expansion for 12 months, 2 years. But when you go to expand into Mexico, does it support Spanish language and pesos? When you go into Hong Kong, does it support simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, and HK dollars? Is it going to support you as you want to expand around the world? So take a really good look at the back office that you're going to be licensing. Make sure that you get a demo. Make sure that you ask the right questions. Ask more questions now before it's too late, to make sure that you're working with not only the right company, but the right software system that's going to provide those solutions for you and your distributors. We're going to talk about the fourth thing that's most important in just a couple moments. Again, I want to remind everybody, use the application that's on your phone, take the survey, go to some of those links. There's a lot of good information that we have on there, as well as all of the speakers that you've been listening to for the last 2 days.